Edition of Hello World. It's good to see you guys. Nice to have you here. Um, so I'm trying something a little new tonight, so excuse any of the adjustments that I'm making. I just want this to be as good of an experience as possible, and sometimes that takes a little bit of adjustment in your settings and whatnot. So I'm still working on things. So thank you for being patient with me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'd like to remind you guys to subscribe, like, share, and turn on your notification bell so you know whenever I go on, in case there are evenings like tonight where I was unable to get on around 8:30. Sometimes things busy things of life get you busy and you just, forget. Well, not forget, but you just get a little tied up and you run behind schedule. So that's what happened a little bit tonight. And I think that might be every Tuesday thing. So keep in mind when you want to see me on Tuesdays, you'll probably catch me later than 8:30, closer to 9. I hope everybody's had a beautiful day thus far. You can tell me how you're feeling. Drop a comment below. If you want to know what kind of topic that we're going to have, or you want to suggest a topic, drop a comment below. You can always send an email to info@btdifferencellc.com, where I will read your topic and then we can discuss. You can always call in 201 540 9104, and we can have a live chat and talk about whatever it is that you would like to talk about and discuss. So again, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, turn your notification bells on. I want to remind you, every single Wednesday, you can catch me live around 2 p.m. for the Jenny and Joy show. So you want to go over to that channel, subscribe, like, share, turn the notification bell on just to see what we're up to. That talk show is pretty much about comedy relief, lighthearted talk. We do shout outs. We do everything that is not thinking, not breathing too hard, and definitely not political or religious or anything like that. We just want to have fun and just do a lot of fun things. So today's topic, I think, is something important that we all should think about and talk about, is your goals. Have you set goals? And do you know that it's never too late to have a goal? I do not care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. It's never too early or too late to set a goal. And if you have set a goal, how much time do you put towards your goal on a daily basis? Or do you just think that it's supposed to happen? You tell me, what do you think? I remember on Saturday, just a quick story, I was at the bank and one of the tellers that was there was telling me about, how they're into comics and how they want to get their website going, but they just don't have the time. I said, well, how much? I said, well, what do you do? Well, nothing. I'm like, well, you make time for the things you want to do. So if this is a website that you want to actually get up and running, and you have people who are on board with helping you get everything going so that you can make a lot of monetary gains, and also just to feel good that you have something, then why aren't you doing it? So I challenged him to put aside at least an hour after work that day, because I was like, well, it's a Saturday. You get off at 1:30, 2 o'clock. Just set an hour aside, so it doesn't feel like you're forced to do something. Just put an hour aside. By the time I ended up leaving the bank, he was like, I'm putting aside 2 hours. I was like, yes. So the next time I go to the bank, I'm going to check up with him to see how far along he has come with his goals and of having his website going and up and selling his comic books through his website. So, hey, Clem, how are you? Setting goals can give you a purpose for living. It absolutely is very true. It is very true because when you have an objective in mind, then you're focused on that. You're focused on fulfilling that objective. And then the good thing about goal setting is that once you set a goal, all of these little offshoots start happening. So, like, let's just say if your goal was to get a high school diploma or a college degree. Okay, so while you're trying to get those things, you end up moving into certain areas of that diploma or or college degree. You start branching off into jobs that may be focused on the area that you're studying in. um, you may end up meeting people that can lead you into a job that you're interested in. So, like, and then on top of that, while you set that goal, you may end up doing something totally opposite of what you tried to do. Perfect example, look at me. I just thought that I would just have a plain t-shirt company that would go off and that was fine. But now we have socks, and now I just published a book that was never intended to do. So the goal again was to just have a t-shirt company and to inspire people through designs. And then it branched off into socks that are inspirational. Then I had caps. And then now it's a book. So it's all in the same realm of things, but it still is just doing something outside of what I thought I would be doing. So when you set a goal, just keep in mind that it's an adventure. It's something that's going to challenge you. It's something that's going to, that you may be regretting from time to time, but you never give up because once you cross that line, like Clem just said, you're going to be living a purposeful life. So that's a very good observation. And I think that living a life full of purpose is what we were created to do, along with loving. Okay. So, Clem, do you have any goals that you are currently setting and you want to share with anybody? Just, drop a comment below. Let me think. What other goals do I have in mind? Right now I haven't thought of anything because um I'm so wrapped up in, doing point A and B and trying to get things together. So I really haven't set many goals, but I'm still doing what I originally decided that I wanted to do, which was encourage people through design. And that encouragement has branched out to different ways. And now it is branched out into Hello World, the talk show that we talk about everything and anything. You see, I never thought that I would be behind a webcam talking to YouTube and the world about everything and anything. Hey, Jenny B, how are you? Welcome to another night. I gave them a shout out about our show. Jenny is my co host for the Jenny and Joy show, which meets every single Wednesday, 2 p.m. We're on there for a couple minutes, maybe 20 at top, but it's a great time just to have lunch or, quick little break from the monotonous whatever routine in your day, but we just have a good time. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. The links to that show are in the description. So just click on the link. You don't even have to go searching. Just click on the link. So, Jenny, today's topic is about your goals, setting goals, and how much time you have put aside for those goals on a daily basis. And Instagram too. Yes, we have the Instagram. It's the Jenny and Joy Show Instagram for sure. For sure. You could definitely check us out there. So how many hours a day? Now, when I first set my goal to do a t-shirt company, my goal is to be more independent. Amen to that. That is absolutely great. It's excellent. That's a beautiful goal to have. And what are you doing to become independent? That's another clincher right there. Because we can have goals, but without a vision, your goals won't come true. So when I started the t-shirt company, I really didn't have a clear vision as to what I was going to do, but I just knew that there were certain things that had to go in place in order for X, Y, and Z to happen. Um, And then it all fell into place once I figured out what it was, what kind of t-shirts. I knew I had to get a website. I knew I had to incorporate. I knew those were the things that I knew I had to do in order to make the company, make people believe that the company was legitimate and was around to stay and had a purpose. Another purpose that the company has is that I donate 10% of the clothing sales to charity. That's something that wasn't in the vision, but it was incorporated because it's a way to give back. And the charity is Hayden's Heart. They raise awareness for babies with congenital heart disease, and they also give funds to those who are in need or in the hospital. They also have a house. It's called the Healing House, I believe. But you can go to the website at btdifferencellc.com to check out the affiliates page to check out what they have going on currently. I am very proud to be one of the sponsors or the donors to that charity because it is in New Jersey, it is local, and they are definitely giving a great portion of the proceeds to the cause. So that's a beautiful thing, right? So, um, what other goals do I have in mind that I really want to attain? Um, right now, like I said, I'm just going to keep a steady pace with what I have because my plate is pretty full. Another thing, I never intended on doing a talk show, um, you know, a daytime talk show. I didn't intend on doing that. But what I did know was that Jenny had always had a dream to be a talk show host. And how fitting was it that let's start a talk show, So that's how that show came about. Let's start a talk show. And that's how we came about and did it. So from Hello World, branched out into the Jenny and Joy show, talk show. And, the format is beautiful. You definitely will enjoy that. And the goal, I think, for the show, I think we could definitely take the show to like plateaus that none of us could have ever imagined, And I think that the lightheartedness from the show will definitely encourage people to like laugh a little during the course of their day. So that I believe is a goal for the Jenny and Joy show. The goal for the Hello World show, I think I meet that pretty much every day, is to encourage you to think, encourage you to feel, encourage you to communicate. I think those are the main objectives to Hello World. And sometimes the topic will get a little thick and it'll get a little uncomfortable, but in order for us to grow, it's always going to be uncomfortable. Like when you, as a child, when you're growing up, when you start teething, it's uncomfortable. But in order for you to be able to chew real food, you have to have teeth. Kids, the shoes start to get a little too tight because your feet are growing. Your feet are growing so that you won't have bad balance. It's just part of life. A spinoff. There you go. That's true. Oh, a spinoff to what? That's interesting. Um, yeah, so that is very interesting. I'd like to see what that spins off into. Um, what other things, what other goals and aspirations do we have? No, we're oh. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. Um, yes, Hello World has birthed the Jenny and Joy show. So that is the spinoff from thickness to lightheartedness. I like it. And just in case you don't know, the purpose of okay, so envision if Oprah and Ellen, who are the two biggest talk show hosts in the world, right? Imagine the two of them, who are females, actually doing a show together. That's what the Jenny and Joy show is like. It's an experience like what mind blowing experiences. So I believe we will reach that goal of being mind blowing very soon. I believe so. I believe that to be true. So, how much time do you actually put into setting your goals? Do you actually write an outline? Have you considered writing an outline? Um, Do you have a format that you do every day? Do you put aside an hour a day? Do you put aside 2 hours a day? Like, I believe that you're never too busy to invest in yourself. We just make excuses so that it seems like we're too busy, but no, you're not too busy. Like, I could have easily said I'm too busy to come on tonight, but I made time because this is something that I enjoy doing. And I enjoy speaking with people. I enjoy seeing all of the people on. So it definitely is an encouragement. And hopefully, I encourage people as well. The main objective for tonight is set goals. Life isn't always just about working a 9 to 5. There's things that you can do creatively, there's things that you can do that will help with the community that you live in. Maybe your goal doesn't even have to be that big. A goal could be just saying, you know what, I'm going to wake up and go to the gym or exercise for 15 minutes today. That is a goal, right? Goals don't have to be these big, big things. It doesn't have to be. A goal could be as small as this, but it can turn out to end up being like a big ripple, right? So, what do you feel like you can do as a short term goal? Do you have short term goals? Have you thought about having a short term goal? Have you thought about your long term goal? Have you thought about what you want to do within the next 2 to 3, 5 years? These are important things so that kind of you don't have to stick to the path of it, but at least it gets you trained into thinking, okay, this is what I have to do. This is the course that I have to take. And then I'm going to go ahead and do that. How much are you investing in yourself? Investing in yourself means you should invest part of your pay to yourself. You should invest part of your entertainment to yourself, whatever it is to make you laugh and have fun for a few minutes out of the day, even out a few hours out of the day. These are things that we as humans need to like do in order to be whole, right? Setting a goal can help you be whole. 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 Setting a goal can help you be whole, right? So set your goals. Think of something that you absolutely maybe never thought of. Maybe the goal for you right now is to say, I need to set a goal, just to think about what it is that you want to do. How much time do you invest in yourself? You know what I mean? How much time do you literally sit there and say, you know what? I give to everyone else, but when it comes to me and I'm in that quiet spot, what do I have for myself? You have to have something for yourself. Life isn't always just about, separating yourself in 20 different places without, feeding yourself. You know, you can sow and feed into a lot of people, but if you're not doing for yourself, then when somebody asks, what is it that you like to do? What do you want to do? You're gonna be like, I don't know. Invest in yourself. Okay. Set a goal into how you can invest in yourself. Literally, a friend of mine gave me this planner. It's a planner that I could set different things in every day. You can write different goals in every day, different things. Um, I have yet to use it. I used it a few times, but I'm more of a person that needs to be hands on and do stuff. But it doesn't hurt to write things down. It doesn't hurt to have a goal to write things down. I need to get better in that because that will keep you more organized when you have something that's written out and you can't waver off of that because it's set. You can't deviate from that because it's already set, right? So think about it. What goals do you have short term, long term, mid range, next 5 years? Where do you want to see yourself? Again, you're never too old or too young to start thinking about what you want to do. I think we set too many parameters around time spans, right? Like, for example, when you're 10, this is what you're supposed to do. When you're 13, this is what you're supposed to do. When you're 21, this is what you're supposed to do. I think what you're supposed to do is what you feel in, like, deep down. That's what you're supposed to do. Should you have guidance? Absolutely. What's a life without guidance? Pretty much chaos. So yes, I believe you should have some type of guidance. There's nothing wrong with asking for help from people that could help you in an area that you know nothing about or know little about. There's nothing wrong with that. Guidance is very good. So what have we learned so far? We learned that to set a goal, we need to sit down and think about it. And it doesn't have to be a huge thing. It doesn't have to be this massive thing. It doesn't have to be. A goal could be just sitting there thinking, like, what am I going to do for tomorrow? What am I going to do for this evening? What am I going to do every night? We also learn that we need guidance, especially when we don't know what we're doing. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Again, we are not on this earth to do everything by ourselves. The moment you think that you can handle things on your own, you might as well go on an island and live there by yourself. Don't have anybody around. Don't call nobody. Don't want to text nobody. Don't want to reach out to society, because that's what you're saying, that you don't need help. Um, we also learned that it's very important to start writing things down so that you stay within the goal frame, the frame of your goals. We also learned that education is good, that there's nothing wrong with educating yourself. There's nothing, and that falls under the line of guidance as well. Um, and we also learn too that when you do set a goal, that goal can branch off into so many different directions that can help you and others. So this is very important to set your goals. You have no idea the potential that you have to help someone else just by you investing a little bit of time in yourself, and in the long run could help hundreds and millions of other people. And just think about it. All you did was put aside a little bit of time just to help yourself. I recommend give yourself an hour a day. Doesn't matter what time, but when you give yourself an hour, there needs to be a time when you don't have anyone interrupting you so that they don't interrupt your train of thought. We also learned that we need to put aside some monetary things so that you are setting yourself up for, not only am I going to do my goal, but I'm actively knowing how to save money. In the event that I need it, I know how to save. So you want to you're preparing yourself financially too. I think it's very important to prepare yourself financially along with emotionally and mentally. This will help us become whole. So, in the end, I think that we should all set goals. Be very, 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 very diligent about setting a goal. Doesn't matter how big or small that goal is, as long as you're doing something that's going to make you happy and that could potentially help others. What better life is that when you can do something and it ends up helping so many others, right? So set your goals. Dream your dreams. Your dream is not too big or too small or too far or too long or too short or too high to attain. You're never too old or too young to start. Never ever think that your age can deny you from doing what you're supposed to do. I use this analogy quite often. Not analogy, but I use this fact quite often. If any of you've seen Black Panther, there's a woman in Black Panther who's like the mother chief of them all. She's 89 in real life. This woman wanted to be an actress all of her life. And she decided, let me go see if I can get casted for something, because she started following her dreams. She got casted, and the first film that she was ever in made $1 billion. Not saying that's what she made too, but her first film made $1 billion. So I say that to say, when you follow your dreams, when you set your goals, when you start working towards those things, you have no idea how much of an impact that can make in your life, in your well being. So consider today, starting just simply now. Write your goals down. Start thinking. If you can't write anything down, close your eyes. Start thinking. Give yourself 5 minutes. Start thinking, what is it that I truly want in life? What is it that I really always wanted to do? Think about it. You deserve it. You deserve to reach heights that you've never thought you could reach. You deserve to touch people and lives that you never thought you could touch or reach. You deserve to be whole. At the end of the day, when we live this life, being whole and is one of the purposes that I think we all are meant to have. So consider it today, guys. Remember, like, share, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell so you know when I come on, if I don't come on exactly at 8:30. Tomorrow is going to be Wednesday. It might be a little hard for me to get on tomorrow night, but I might go on earlier in the day. I'm not sure. But if you don't see me tomorrow, um, that means I might have gone on at 11 p.m. If you're up, then you're up. If not, then you'll catch it on the feed. Don't forget also, please share these YouTubes with people, because you never know. Even if you may not agree with something, it might be something that someone else needs to hear. And you never know, their comments might be something I need to see. So if you want to suggest a topic, or if you want to call in, the call in is 201-540-9104. If you want to suggest a topic, email me info@bthdifferencellc.com. If you don't want to email, comment below. I read your comments, and that'll be that. So I want to say thank you for tuning in for another episode of Hello World. It was great having you. I hope that you have a great rest of your evening. I hope that everything you do and say will make you happy. I hope that the rest of your week is enjoyable and that you have all happy moments. As always, it was great having you. Thank you for tuning in. Love you guys. Have a great evening. Enjoy.